if you're doing things in your life, though, that will cause problems for yourself later on, like there's actions you're taking that legitimately are looking like are leading you down a dark and dangerous path. I think it would be within reason that your brothers and sisters would warn you and say, hey, you're doing stuff that looks pretty bad. Looks like you're heading down a place where you won't be able to enjoy some of the benefits we enjoy over on this path. Would you like to switch paths? And give the invitation. But once the invitation is denied, it's like, okay, well, there may be things you can't do then. Like you might know, no matter what path you choose, you're limited in what you do, right? There's parameters. And so if you choose to not follow on the same path, then you're going to go to a different place. You're going to have a different outcome, right? So when your brothers and sisters warn you about things you're doing, it's not because they hate you. It's because they love you. Sometimes love looks like chastisement. And I don't know about anybody else, but someone I hated, I probably wouldn't spend a lot of time trying to convince them to do things that would benefit them, right? Like if there's something I truly believe would benefit somebody, like the reason I'm prescribing this lifestyle is because I think it will benefit you ultimately. And so, I'm not prescribing this lifestyle because I hate you, right? Makes sense. So I think we could just take a little tone down, a little step down and say, when people are doing things that we don't agree with, we can say that is out of love though. We're saying that out of love. It's not like we're trying to increase hate in the world. And I think a big thing right now is, oh, well, you said something that I didn't like. You said something that hurt my feelings. Therefore, you shouldn't be allowed to say it. That's so insane. It's like, our feelings are going to get hurt so much, though. I could literally have my feelings hurt for, any reason. I just thought we were supposed to learn how to deal with our feelings and not make it somebody else's job to navigate our feelings. Like if my feelings are hurt, it's not the other person's job to stop saying that hurtful thing, right? It's just my job to learn how to not have hurt feelings, even when hurtful things are being said to me. And something like, hey, brother, out of love, you're doing something that looks like might be damaging for you later on. I'm not saying that out of hate, obviously. I'm saying that out of love. That might cause my brother to have hurt feelings, though, because I might be saying something that they have a lot of past experiences around. Something controversial, something like, homosexuality, for example. It's like, hey, you're doing something that has been warned against for these reasons. Looks like this for this reason. I think you should turn from that path. I'm not going to support you in this path or whatever you say, right? But that should be done out of love. And if it's done out of love, I don't see if there's any reason not to say it. But then also with the respect of, and yet, we're all free to choose the things we do in this life. Like I can give a warning, right? I can give a warning, but then it's not my job to it would be overstepping my bounds. It would be like a huge overstepping of, dominion, having unrighteous dominion over someone if I then were trying to force them to do it, or causing a punishment to happen because they weren't doing the thing I said, or because that's what I mean by giving people a fair chance. Let them try. If someone wants to do something against your life prescription, you should still let them try to do life then. It's who are you? Are you the one true knower of everything? That you're going to make life prescriptions for everyone and everyone has to follow it. We're going to make them be good. like somebody else who's going to use money to make them all be good. I don't know. So yeah, life's dangerous, life's risky. It's about choice. We need to have that choice or we're not going to be fulfilled as adults. And so, yes, letting them have choice, letting people who disagree with you have choice. And and then when I say let, I mean, unless you're physically letting them, you don't really have a lot of power, likely, a lot of authority to make any choices for anybody but yourself. If you're an adult with adult children, it's likely most people's case, but still, you could emotionally manipulate people, couldn't you? You could emotionally manipulate your sons and daughters, couldn't you? Make them feel really bad so that they'll go to church or something. It's stop that. You're trying to exercise unrighteous dominion over them is what you're doing. So you need to stop that immediately. Yes, give a warning out of love, but it stops there. It's Jesus said, our job is to forgive. Our job is not to give endless warnings. It's yes, warn. Okay, that's love. But then forgive. Then just work on forgiveness. There is enough to work on with just forgiveness that you don't need to worry about any more specks in any more of your brother's eyes. You got a lot going on already on your own plate. So work on that. And then those specks can work themselves out. Your brother is responsible for his own specks. Yes, warn, but then let it go, right? I think that's kind of an important concept.